Whenever we're trying to find where a graph is increasing, constant, or decreasing, we always want to look from left to right. And we always want to deal with our x values. So what we want to do is kind of put our pen on the farthest left-hand point of the graph and kind of trace the graph. Now what am I doing here? Well, I'm going up as the graph goes up. So at this point I'm increasing until I get to the top of this hill. Then I start decreasing because now I'm going down until I get to the bottom. Now it's flat, so on this part I am constant until the hill starts going back up again. So I just kind of trace the graph with a finger or with a pen or whatever and start on the left-hand most side and see what I'm doing and kind of put a little point at each time I change what I'm doing. Here I stopped increasing and started decreasing. Here I stopped decreasing and started being constant. Here I stopped being constant and started increasing. So now to answer these problems, like I said, I started out increasing. So since I started out increasing, I'm increasing from negative infinity end of the x-axis. Since I'm coming from the left and the numbers on the left side are negative, I say I'm starting at the negative infinity side of the x-axis. I'm increasing until I get to this first point, the top of this hill. Well, what is the x value there? The x value is negative 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm increasing from negative infinity to negative 4. Then I start decreasing, which when I'm answering these questions in MyLabs Plus, I can't see the other two, so I'm going to ignore that for the time being. Then I'm constant, and then I start increasing again right here. Well, what is the x value at that point? Well, the x value at that point is 1, and then I increase forever. So I increase to infinity. So I had two intervals on that graph on which I was increasing. The constant part we saw was in the middle. It was from this point to this point. So I just need the x values of my starting point and my stopping point. The x value here is negative 3. The x value here is positive 1. So that takes care of my first increasing, my last increasing, and my constant. Now all I have left is this little piece of decreasing, the part where the hill's going down. So I have a starting point at negative 4, and I end at negative 3. Now note that all of these have parentheses on them. Whenever I'm talking about increasing, decreasing, and constant, I never use a bracket. They all get parentheses because at the uppermost point, I'm not increasing or decreasing, nor am I constant. At a single point, I'm doing nothing. So we always use parentheses on all of these types of problems.